Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be looking at GTA 3 all the way up to GTA 5 and discussing dark secrets in those games. I found that 2 games had more dark secrets worth mentioning, so 2 games will have 2 secrets while the rest will have 1. I definitely missed some in this video, so if you think I missed some really big ones that were worth mentioning here, let me know in the comments and I'll make a part 2 to this video. As these games are pretty old as well, if you've played them even just a little, you're likely at least aware of these secrets, so they're not going to be too groundbreaking or anything too different. But if you're relatively new to these games, hopefully these will be at least a little interesting to you. I hope you enjoy everyone, and let's get into the video. In GTA 3, you can find this long tunnel right here on the map. Now initially it doesn't seem too strange, although it's a pretty long and pretty gloomy atmosphere in this tunnel, especially in the original release of GTA 3. But even in the definitive edition, it's still pretty dark and mysterious. It's a decently long tunnel, as I just said, so I recommend that you bring a car just so you don't have to constantly be sprinting and then Claude getting tired and then you have to, keep mashing the same button. Bringing a car is just going to be a lot easier for you. So in this location, what makes it pretty strange is you'll find 4 people that are assumed to be homeless, sort of gathering together in almost like a cross shape, holding Molotov cocktails. So this is pretty creepy and pretty strange enough, but what's creepier is sort of wondering why they're here in the first place. Some theories have emerged as to why they are here. I won't really go into them here because they are pretty dark and I don't want this video to go for too long, but ultimately they have to do generally with death and cults. I'll leave you with a clip of the location just so you can sort of hear what it sounds like. I won't be doing this with all of them because most of them have like gang noises and shooting, but this one's a pretty, quiet location, so I thought I might leave you with some sounds. The quietness sort of makes it a bit more eerie, I feel. If you come over to this spot in Vice City, you'll find something pretty bizarre. There's 3 areas to check out, but they're all in the same area, so you don't need to drive anywhere, luckily. Firstly, you want to start over here at Funeraria Romero. As you can see, it's a pretty weird shop front, selling tombstones and coffins. Now you want to run over to the Butcher's, which is literally basically right next to it. This front is a little more disturbing. We can even see a box that says human organs on it, as well as several body parts like a brain and even an arm in the window. Now if you run over to this tiny little gap here, you'll find a skeleton, but what's even crazier is the fact that he's missing an arm, something that was in the butcher's window, which just makes it a lot darker, so we can assume that other parts like the brain were taken from this skeleton buried back here. Now this next one isn't as creepy, but if you come down to this location, you'll find an Easter egg to the movie Scarface. Apartment 3C is a small room that seems relatively innocent, not too much to think about it, until you walk into the bathroom, where you find blood everywhere, even bloody handprints going down the wall, and a chainsaw pickup for the player. This would be a lot creepier, and it would have been the main focus of GTA Vice City in this video, if we didn't know that it was a reference to a movie. So it's a little less creepy, but it being in this world is still pretty strange. For San Andreas, we're looking at the zombie facility. If you come to this part on your map, you'll find this huge facility. Now, unfortunately, I haven't unlocked this in San Andreas. I'm probably only like 3 hours into the game, so I haven't unlocked the part of the city that this is in, so I'll have to be showing someone else's footage. So if it doesn't fully match with what I'm saying, I am sorry about that. I'm definitely going to try my best to find the best footage that matches. But as you can see, it's a pretty big place. I think it's likely somewhat of a reference to Resident Evil, just the theme of the place, how it all looks, the actual zombie virus. The place states to be undergoing zombie virus research, which is pretty strange. Similar to the others on this list, the location is very disturbing, but this one seems pretty cool and harmless in many ways until you sort of dig deeper into its meaning. For example, like why is it here? Why do they need to be doing zombie research? And why is the place so big? It's a massive research facility, but in earlier playthroughs when I've had this game, I've missed this location a lot driving by it without even meaning to, because it fits into the world so much in a very strange way. So it's up to however you want to interpret it, but I feel it's just a very strange location. Now, because Rockstar won't put GTA 4 on the PlayStation 4 or 5, I once again will have to use someone else's footage here very irritatingly. If you come to this location in GTA 4, you'll find the Statue of Liberty, or in this game it's named the Statue of Happiness. What you might be unaware of, though, is that you can actually enter the statue and find a beating heart in it. So this is easily the strangest on my list, and very strangely, you can't shoot or damage it in any way. It's also held up by chains, which is, again, very strange. Why it's there is still not fully discovered, and it's definitely the weirdest dark secret that Rockstar put in their games, at least to me. Now, I do want to quickly mention that this statue is based on Hillary Clinton, because she, I believe, wanted to get the game banned, so they wanted to put her in the game, which is pretty funny. So it might just be like a bit of a dark humor sort of thing related to her, but I really don't think so. I feel like it's just her likeness, and they wanted to make a very weird secret, which they definitely achieved. Now, lastly, of course, let's look at GTA 5. If you come to the marker here, you'll find an abandoned mineshaft. Keep in mind for this one, it looks inaccessible, but it actually is, as long as you have some type of explosive, or if you're in GTA Online like I am in this clip, the up and atomizer will work as well. Once you have some explosives, you can walk in. It's immediately very creepy. It helps if you have some type of lighting on your weapon, like a flashlight or something, or a torch if you're a bit scared. In Online, it appears to be missing, but in story, you can find a dead guy wearing old-fashioned clothing in the middle of the tracks, which makes it even more eerie. Definitely a very creepy one. GTA 5 amped up the creepiness from the previous games, similar to GTA 3. I'm going to play some sounds from this location as they help to make the place even more creepy. Alright, the final location for this video. Let's look at Mount Gordo. If you come to this location at 2300 or 0000, that being 11 PM to 12 AM, you can find a ghost. Now, unfortunately, I did actually record footage for this, but again, it might not match up because my server crashed, so I couldn't get back onto the game, so I do unfortunately have to use someone else's footage again, so hopefully it aligns pretty well. I will say though, it will help here if you have a sniper or anything like that, because this ghost, she disappears the closer you get to her, so having a weapon that you can sort of have a scope and see her at a far range will likely be beneficial here, but you can still walk up and see her. She'll just disappear if you get like right up in her face. So what makes this creepier is it actually has some story to it. So there's the name Jock written in blood at her feet. So this is likely in reference to the in-game politician Jock Cranley, whose wife died by falling off a cliff. This makes it seem like it was definitely no accident and that he actually may have murdered his wife. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. Consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me and it helps me out a lot. Thanks everyone. I hope you have a great day.